Hi guys, you alright? You okay? Hope you're well. Timer thing's not working today. I was trying to sort it out, but we'll have to go without. I'll try to sort it out. Try sort it out tomorrow. Uriah says, "Good to have you back. It's good to be back. It's good to be back." Didn't quite feel appropriate to do this recently because of obvious reasons. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Uriah. Son Goku says, "Hi, how you doing, Goku?" DBLFC says, "Yo, how you doing, man? Hope you're good. Hope you're well." Bagwell says, "Hi, how you doing, Bagwell? Hope all is good." Fish says, "R.I.P. Jota, 96 to 2025." Yeah, man. It's been a tough few days for us. Just imagine how tough it must be for his kind of family and friends. But kind of don't know what to say. I'm sure we'll go into it. Fish says, "Yo, DBLFC 15 has returned. Good to see. Just setting up here. Presume the audio is okay." Riley says, "Hello, how you doing, Riley? Hope you're okay. Hope you've had a nice weekend." DB says, "Did you see Dembele did the Jota impression?" I did. I've been out most of the day, so I missed the PSG. Were they playing PSG? Bayern Munich, was it? So I missed the game, but I saw it. It was the controller. It was the controller celebration. Yeah, nice little gesture. I've got to say, it's humbling to a certain degree, kind of how much this has kind of impacted the kind of wider football world. You saw Dembele's kind of celebration there. Liverpool are going to continue to pay his salary for the next 2 years, which by my calculation is £15 million. So that's going to go kind of straight to his family, which is I think that's really positive. They're also going to set up a kind of foundation for his kids for their education, so I think that's good. They've retired the number 20 shirt. So I think that's a positive. So that will kind of permanently be his shirt. It's of a terrible situation. They've I wouldn't say they've made the best of it because it's tough to say. It's tough to use positive words in this kind of situation, but kind of with they're doing right by the family. So I think that's a positive. So yeah, it's weird, man. Like I know it happened on Thursday. Not the funny thing, but the ironic thing is, I was making all the thumbnails and everything because on Thursday we were supposed to do the keep, sell, buy thing. So I was literally in the middle of that. So I made the thumbnail. You can probably see it on YouTube. I set everything up, and then the news came out, and then I was like, you know what, we can't be doing this. I don't think this is appropriate to do. And then so that happened on Thursday. On Friday, it still didn't feel real, and today also it still doesn't feel real. I don't know about you guys, but I just kind of feel like I kind of imagined it. Riley's good. Yeah, good. Not too bad. Been out most of the day. Wish they did a GoFundMe or something. So you could give money to the family. Yeah, I hear you. I think thankfully, I think kind of thankfully, the family are going to be looked after. So they're gonna kind of continue to pay his wages. They're gonna set up a fund for the kids. So yeah, I think that's a positive. Fish says, I will support Dortmund because of Emre. Oh, are you a Emre Can fan, Fish? I didn't know that, but I know that now. They've kicked off here. As I've said, like the timer's not working. There's no point going into the technical reason why, but I can fix it. I'll fix that for next time. DB LFC 15 says, are you going to do the keep sell buy again, or is that scrap? No, we will do it. We will do it. I don't know when yet. It still feels too early, if I'm honest. I don't know when yet, but I'll let you guys know. But we will do it. The boys party says, Diogo Jota, a greatest player. Yeah, man, 100%. Gonna be missed. But yeah, the shirt's been retired. So I think that's another positive. Quite a few people were saying they should have like a they should have some sort of indicator on the shirt, like put a number 20 here or something. It's too late to do that, I think. But hopefully next year, because typically when you design things, the designer's got to do it. It's got to go for approval. It's got to go for lawyers and all that stuff. And they can't do that in a month. Realistically, all the new shirts, they've already been made. They're sitting in a warehouse. But hopefully next year, it would be nice to incorporate that. Fish says we lost our number 20, 100%. RG255 says IH. I think that's high, but the wrong way around. But yeah, how are you doing? Durwood says hello. How you doing, Durwood? Hope you've had a nice day. Yeah, hi. It took me a bit longer to figure out what that said. It took me a bit long to figure out. Like IH, what's IH? Is it I hate you or something? But no, it's hi. But yeah. RG255 says I miss Jota so much. Yeah, I saw your message as well that you left saying you wanted to kind of chat. Like from my perspective, I wanted to do this. Part of me wanted to do it, but then I don't know. I was in two minds about it. I've seen some people have made things, and yeah. Like for me, I just felt like it was kind of important to kind of give the family space, and not for me to kind of profit off it. Not that I make any money from this guy, don't. But even then, you could say I indirectly profit with respect to getting views and things and getting people engaged. So it didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right to me. So I just created a post and said, kind of given the events, it doesn't feel right and it doesn't feel respectful to do this at the time. But I'll see you guys on the weekend. P5am, how you doing? Says, is this your first live since the news? It is. I was due to go live on Wednesday. We were gonna do a keep sell buy thing on Wednesday, and I was due to go live then, but it didn't feel right to me. I do have a gaming channel, innocent plug. So I did go live on the gaming channel where I was playing some games, and naturally the conversation about Jota came up there, but that to me felt okay, because it was a safe space for people to express their feelings, but we weren't publicizing it as like a Jota gaming stream. It's just a gaming stream. We were playing some games, so that to me felt fine. The boys' party says Jota played with Cristiano Ronaldo. He did. What I do like, to be fair, is that Ronaldo hasn't gone to the funeral, and his logic for that is it would make him the centerpiece of it, which I understand. So that's quite. I think that's quite intelligent. R.I.P. Jota. Wednesday disagrees, says Ronaldo had absolutely no excuse for not attending Jota's funeral today. I think the logic he gave is that if he was to go, it would kind of become about him, kind of thing. And I kind of presume that's also why Klopp didn't go. But I mean, the turnout was humbling to a certain degree, because you had kind of current Liverpool players, and you also had former Liverpool players. You had Kelleher was there, James Milner was there, Jordan Henderson was there. Also non-Liverpool players, Bruno Fernandes was there, Ruben Neves was there. So that's quite humbling. That, again, I appreciate. It's a very tough time, but hopefully in time it shows how much this person was loved and admired. Diogo Jota, yes, very sad news. The boys' party. Sunny, how you doing, Sunny? R.I.P. Jota and Andre Silva. In honor of them, I won't slander any Portuguese player today, even Ronaldo. Fair enough. But my main enemy is Nico Williams. How dare Williams, you use my beloved Barcelona to get a 10-year deal. Yeah, I saw that. 10-year deal, man. That's crazy. He's a Bilbao player, isn't he? He's a Bilbao player. I'm actually going to Liverpool versus Bilbao in a month. So there's a friendly, 4th of August, Liverpool versus Bilbao. I'll be going to that. So Sonny, if I see Nico Williams, I will shout at him and I'll say, Nico Williams, Sonny does not like you. P5 AM, the home locker room is going to affect the players hard when the shirts are laid out between 19 and 21. Yeah, I hear you. It will be a tough time, but equally, I feel like the club have kind of done everything they can, and I think maybe at first it will be tough, but then over time, I'm hoping it will turn into perhaps more of a kind of positive memory, if you know what I mean. Real Madrid have just scored, but who cares? Okay, let me just change the score. These things, they're always kind of very tough at the time, and things don't get easier with time. Like I've known people who have kind of passed away. Things don't get easier, but you have a tendency to, as time progresses, you then start celebrating it. It's weird, but it's not the time to talk about that right now. It's more of a kind of, I think it's more the grieving process. The more RG255 is scared as hell. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a tough time. Come on, Dortmund, make my day. Let's hope so, Sonny. Making my way down. There's a lot of comments. I will get to you guys. Making my way down. When I heard the news, I thought it was fake. Until I went to BBC, I start crying so hard. I'm with you. So here's the thing, right? On Thursday, they were doing a live stream on the official Liverpool YouTube channel. You know the inside, I think it was the inside Anfield thing. You know the inside kind of Anfield thing that they do. I think it was that. They were doing a live, like a compilation live stream of that. And I clicked on it. I very rarely watch it, but I just clicked on it, and one person in the chat said R.I.P. Diogo Jota. Everyone else was talking about the live streams. Oh, I like Alisson's hair. Oh, I like, I don't know. I love McAllister. Whatever. One person said R.I.P. Diogo Jota. I saw that and I thought, yeah, whatever. That's not. There's nothing in that. And then I left. And then it started kind of breaking on Twitter, and I was like, oh, hold on. Let me try finding a more reputable source. And I Googled it, and Sky News, BBC News. And I was like, I was in shock, man, as everyone was. Jay Fansine says, hi, how are you? Yeah, we're just kind of going over the kind of Jota news. Still kind of a bit down from that. But again, it's not about me. Everyone's down, if you know what I mean. As Portugal's captain, he was obligated to attend regardless of any other reasoning. Yeah, I hear ya. I hear ya. difference of opinion, I guess. RL7 says, what do you think about Musiala injury? Yeah, I saw that on the way home. It's the ankle, wasn't it? The ankle kind of... Oh, you guys can't see it. The ankle kind of in that way is nasty. That's going to take a bit of time to recover. I hope he has a good recovery. The general says... evening. How you doing, the general? Hope you're well. RG255 says, I'm at my nan's house right now. It's scary. No, I hear you. Durwood says, to me, it was very selfish not to go. Instead, he made it about himself that he thought, yeah, I hear you. I think that's a fair point as well. Making a assumption that he'd think it'd be all about him. Boys Party says, hi. Fish says, can this is for you? Fish, what do you mean by can this is for you? Be more specific. PSG Syndicate, how you doing? I just bought a Portugal shirt and bought Diogo's name and number. I will print it in his honor. Nice, man. Nice little gesture there. I think we'll see. We'll see a couple of those now, which is, again, it's a positive. It kind of shows how much he was adored. Ginge says he's a lad from Portugal, 100%. Good evening, says the general. Good evening. Markov says, how are you? Yeah, not bad. How are you? Andy with an I says, hello. First, I want to say that I can't find the words to describe my sadness about Diogo and Andre. May they rest in peace. Yeah. Over time, I think over time we find the words. I think when things are a bit raw, they are sometimes hard to articulate. But over time, you find the words. Yeah, it's one of those things, I guess. Markov says, where are you from? I'm from the UK. The Boys Party says, will Bruno Fernandes play in 2026 FIFA World Cup? Probably. I don't see why not. Ginge says something like this will galvanize the club. They'll retain the league for him. Yeah, I can see that happening. It will give the players not just the players, to be fair, the players, the staff, the backroom staff, kind of added impetus to kind of put an extra kind of 10% in. So yeah, it's one of those things. I think just right now it's tough, and kind of similarly for other people in the chat who perhaps I appreciate nobody probably personally knew him here, but when people that die or pass away, it's hard at first, and then over time things get better. Sonny says, of course Bruno will play. Yeah. He's I think he's got a spot in that team for a while. Got a lot of comments to get through today. Markov says, can I ask you something? Of course. Harry says, hello, how are you? Just come off the football game today. I'm good, thank you. How are you, Harry? So on the gaming channel yesterday, Harry was helping me. We were playing Silent Hill 2, which is a horror game. Harry was helping me with some puzzles, so thank you for that, Harry. But yeah, hope you're well. Hope you've been enjoying the football game. P5am says, I hope Trent scores today for Jota. Yeah, today is one of I was going to say one of the few, perhaps the first time I have not been hate watching him, to be fair. The general says, we are Liverpool, from the tea lady to the CEO. We'll rally together and play each game for him. 100%. I mean, our CEO of football, Michael Edwards, was literally there at the funeral. So yeah, I think it will give the team a bit of added impetus. Jin says that everyone grieves differently. I cope best with humor and celebrating their lives. I think that's a fair point. I think that's a fair point. I'm the type of person who will be sad at first, but then will kind of see it more as a celebration later, if you know what I mean. But I think the point that you've made is valid. Different people grieve in different ways. Not that one is right and the other is wrong, or the other is wrong and one is right. It's just everyone handles things differently. But I think there will be a time for celebration. But even if people want to celebrate now, I think that's fine. I think that's fine as well. Sonny says Liverpool got their number 20, but lost their number 20. Yeah. How you doing, Lennon Fencer? Are you doing the start bench sell thingy or not because of the Jota incident? We will do it. I'm just trying to find the right time to do it, if you know what I mean. I was all prepped to do it on Thursday. I'd created the thumbnails. I was ready, but then the news came out and I just made a post saying, you know what, guys, probably not today. At the time, I was saying, you know what, maybe the weekend, as in today, but today still don't feel right. Maybe next week, but I'll keep you guys updated. Andy says, I hope his kids will do good in the future. Yeah, it looks like they're being looked after, so that's a positive. Burton Jav says, ban the fast cars. R.I.P. Jota, miss you. Yeah, God bless him. Boys Party says hi. How you doing, Boys Party? Michael says great taste, mate. Was wearing the same shirt today. Nice. great taste to you too. I quite like this one. I quite like this one. Real Madrid have got the ball in the net again, but who cares? We're talking about a football shirt. Yeah. I quite like this one. It's not too many colours. Just Daz Things 2025 says, how old are you, mate? You look like you was in the same era as me, mid-40s. Mid-30s, but that's okay. Mid-30s. So I kind of grew up in the 90s, I'd say. Yeah, let's just update the score. As I was saying, there's something weird is happening with the timer that I usually have. I've made a note to fix that, or to try and investigate it. Sonny says Nico approached Barcelona, but when all the personal terms were set, there goes Nico William wanting an exit clause. Who are you, Nico? Anyway, a player with 6 league goals can't be my left winger. Can a certain Colombian potentially be your left winger? A certain Colombian? Would you be more interested in that? Durwood says, with respect to the Musiala injury, it's the same type of injury as Elliot had. And me, as soon as I saw it, my leg instantly started to hurt. Yeah, I hear you, for the added reason that we know about, I guess. But what was the prognosis on Elliot's fitness? Was it like, I think he came back in 5 months, wasn't he? So hopefully it's a similar sort of time. I was thinking that as well, P5A. Like, Donnarumma is always at the scene of the crime. Like, what? Is it him again? Like, I don't know, because he's quite big and stocky. I don't know if he's, barging into players a bit too hard. But yeah, I hope Musiala gets better. It's great. Syndicate, might actually do that myself. Footballing era of late 80s and early 90s is a good era. Channel 4, Football Italia on the Sundays. Used to watch that. Liam says, I think Ronaldo made a good choice not to go. Fair enough. Fish says, what do you think of Kepa in Arsenal? It's like, it's fine, but it doesn't move the needle. It doesn't get anyone excited. It's if Arsenal needed a goalkeeper, a backup goalkeeper, £5 million seems like a good deal, but I almost feel like the pipe in their kitchen is leaking, but they're painting the walls. I'm like, okay, the walls do need a bit of painting, but fix the leaking pipe first, which is your attack. So I would have hoped they would have I would have hoped they would have prioritized that a bit more. Boys Party says, will Bruno Fernandes play in the FIFA World Cup? Almost definitely, mate. Almost definitely. Lewis says it's very sad that he passed away, but people need to move on. Yeah, I think people naturally will move on. I think having that service today, I think that's definitely helped. For me, at the very least, the service has not that I was there because I wasn't, but seeing that he had the service has given a certain degree of comfort. So I think you'll see. I think you'll see more of a celebration next week, should we say? Boys Party says, who will win the World Cup? As in this one, Club World Cup? Probably PSG, to be honest. General says, where Liverpool from top to the bottom will rally together. 100%, mate. 100%. Ion, yeah. Hope you're doing well, Ion. We'll go through the motions, but this means more. Yeah, I think I think the club have handled it very well, to be fair. Michael says, gonna tear up when I see that first goal scored and the players celebrate. Yeah, I didn't even think of that, to be fair, but I think you're right. There was like there was a PFL fight today, wasn't there? Which is like not UFC. It's one of the not UFC. It's one of the other organizations. And when the guy won, he held up a Jota shirt. So that's good to see. Sonny about Ronaldo again. He should have gone because if Jota was your friend, you would have gone. Like, it's not a big deal. While I actually believe it would have been better to see a legendary player went to see his camera. Yeah, I understand both sides. I understand. I guess I do understand both sides of the argument. User says loss is hard. 100%. High Seven says, I watch Mo Salah and Trent handshake to see who's. I seen that. It's quite a funny video on YouTube. They're both shaking hands. I think towards the end of that exchange, I think Trent got a bit intimidated by Salah. Harry's good. Good to see. Don't worry about it. It doesn't affect me helping out. Oh, appreciate that. Just for context, I was playing Silent Hill 2 yesterday on my gaming channel, and Harry was helping me with some of the puzzles. Because they are tricky. They are tricky puzzles. But yeah, I'd recommend that game. RG255 says, I died on cross-country practice, but I made it. Well, firstly, it's good to hear that you made it. Secondly, you just reminded my brain. You just reminded my brain about cross-country. I used to hate that at school, man. I used to hate that. Asani says, but again, no slander to Ronaldo. He did give respect, but just because he was influenced in 2025 Nations League, maybe he should have. But my main enemy today is Pico Pilliams. Okay. Pico Pilliams is the enemy for today. We'll see how long that lasts. High Seven says, I was grieving. He had 3 children, got married to a beautiful woman just 1 week ago, and trophies. Yeah, man. His last post was the wedding pictures, and it looked like such a happy day. What more can you say, man? Probably PSG, mate. Probably PSG. Fish says Google top. I know what this one is. I know you come at me with your brain rot sometimes, Fish. You've educated me about brie bicus dicus. You've educated me about ballerina cappuccina mimi. You've educated me about one more. But this one I know about. This is the cat. I know this one for once. Sunny says a Rashford to Barcelona. Guys, I'm not ignoring you. There's a lot to get through today. Rashford to Barcelona in a loan deal. Here we go. Currently, the message I'm on was sent at 9:19. It's taken me a while. Yeah, I mean they've given Cunha a shirt. He's given his shirt to Cunha, so Rashford's not going to be there anymore. LFC Dino says R.I.P. Jota and Andre Silva. 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, Mr. Default. We were talking about that earlier. I think that's nice. ensures kind of his family is looked after, his wife is looked after, kids are looked after. And I believe in addition to that, they are also going to set up like a fund for his children for their education. So that's positive. Yeah, it is 2-0 for High 7. YNWA disagrees, says, I respect Ronaldo for the absence of the Jota funeral. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Some people say I agree with it. Some people say I disagree with it. That is the beauty of chat to a certain degree. Different people have different opinions, but I respect both opinions. P5AM says the Madrid's number 20 channeling Jota with that strike. Very nice. Let's see here. Bellingham said he might not be able to make the trophy parade if Madrid win because of the day. Why? What would what's Bellingham doing on the day? Yeah, good, nicely noticed. R.I.P. the Clark. It just wasn't loading up today. I've made a note to try and fix that. Donnarumma getting paid. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Donnarumma seems to consistently be at the scene of the crime for these types of things. Tom says, what do you think of Madueke to Arsenal? Complete madness is what I think of it. Why do they keep buying players who were not good enough for Chelsea? Why do they keep buying them? Like, you'd think Arsenal and Chelsea are like similar levels. You know what I mean? It's not like Arsenal and Fulham. Like, Arsenal and Chelsea should be similar sort of levels. But if a player's not good enough for Chelsea, Arsenal just turn up and say, hey, we'll buy them off you. Arsenal should not be doing that. Madueke is pants. Arsenal deserve better. Arsenal fans deserve better. Yeah, it's surprising. To a certain degree, it's surprising. And to a certain degree, it's not surprising at all. Ilanga to Newcastle, 55 million. How do you feel about that? What does that mean for Anthony Gordon? 2-3 months he was back in training. So this is Elliot's ankle was dislocated. Not sure if it was broken. Have we had confirmation that Musiala's ankle is broken, or do we not? Is it still in the early stages? Ilanga to Newcastle, good move. Nice move. Good winger. I'd be interested to hear kind of what that means for their other wingers, but whether Ilanga is an addition or a replacement, but we'll have to wait and see. Fish says Daley Blind the GOAT. Daley Blind is your favourite player, Fish, I've noticed, so I understand why he's the GOAT for you. Abeliosis, how you doing, Abeliosis? Hope you've had a decent weekend. Durwood says today is 6 months since I broke mine, and I can't imagine running. I struggle to walk. Yeah, it's I was gonna. It's not the best injury to get, I guess. Is it healing up? Like, are you feeling any better to a certain degree? I think you were saying before, it's a bit better, but it's also like a confidence thing as well, which I get. But I hope that gets even better over time. Mohammed Ramzan says, "What's your live about?" Well, officially, it's about. I mean, not officially. It tends to be about whatever. If I'm honest, like I'm watching Real Madrid versus Dortmund, but people just talk about whatever they want to talk about, and that's fine. Sometimes we talk about Liverpool. Sometimes we talk about Newcastle. Sometimes we talk about cooking. Sometimes we talk about computer games. Sometimes we talk about wrestling, and I don't even watch wrestling, but that's fine. It's just whatever people want to talk about. Sonny says, the thing with Luis Diaz is he's a lot similar to Rafinha, and we want a little different from our left winger when Rafinha isn't working. Okay. So similar to how Liverpool have Diaz, who's kind of the speedy traditional winger, whereas Gakpo is more the false striker type of winger. You want to have Rafinha as your speedy winger and Rashford as your false striker type of winger. I hear ya. Preston says W. My name is Preston says sup. Yeah, usual mate, not too bad. How are you? Hope you've been well. I saw what you meant by the headphone. I didn't understand when you mentioned it the last time, but I see what you mean now. But yeah, hope you're well, mate. Hope you are good. Proski, not Broski, but Proski says, did you see Musiala injury? I saw a clip of it. Yeah, it's not good. The foot kind of bent, innit? The right, was it right? I guess left foot. Left foot kind of bent. So it's not. I hope it makes a quick recovery. Sunny says, who should have gone? In what context? Burger King says, bless Jota, man, so awful. Shocked how fast the funeral was. Yeah. Terrible. But I'm hoping. What's the word? I'm hoping it will help. Typically, like in my experience, once you've had the funeral, it helps to a certain degree. So I'm hoping that will. I'm not going to use the word closure because I think that's the wrong word in this context. But I'm hoping now that they've had the funeral, things will, maybe get a bit easier for them. NP19. Sorry. I got my water actually. Don't know why I got things stuck in my throat. Forever number 20, yeah. Immortalized with the shirt. Which is good. I think I made a post about this somewhere. Saying, I'm not normally somebody who says retire the shirt. They wanted to retire the shirt when Gerrard left. I was like, wanted to retire the shirt. When the players left, it's never felt right to me to retire the shirt apart from this time. This time, this feels like the right gesture. Hi Seven says, Trent got a little griefy with Salah. He did a little bit, He did a little bit. AR says, Assalamu alaikum, blessings, greeting, respect and togetherness. R.I.P. Jota and Andre, you'll never walk alone. Nice message there, AR. How you doing? Hope you're well. Does the event mean Liverpool go out and sign a striker? I have an opinion on that. It's perhaps something we could discuss soon. I think it would increase the likelihood. When are you next going live on the gaming channel? Probably tomorrow. I don't know the time yet. So for context, I've got this football channel. Not that we talk about football most of the time. And I've got like a gaming one. The gaming one is more, and I think Harry has asked before for me to kind of schedule it, but if I'm to schedule this and also schedule the gaming, suddenly my whole life is one big schedule. You know what I mean? It'll probably be tomorrow. Hopefully you're around to help me out again, but if you're not, that's okay. Burger King says, does Nunes now stay? I was going to say I'd bet my life on it, but that felt like the wrong choice of words. I'm 100% sure Nunes is going to go. But what I will say is that I like his short hair. So that, like his short hair. The short hair looks good on Nunes. Michael Moon says, I came across you for your 40 LFC lives. Didn't realize you had a gaming channel. What do you stream, mate? Pretty much anything. I got a gaming PC there. I don't know if you can see it. The little white thing with the brown horizontal lines. Currently playing Silent Hill 2, which is a horror game. I'm in a hospital. There's zombies coming after me with knives. It's not scary, but it's a horror game. So playing that at the moment. I mostly kind of played through like kind of single player games. If that makes sense. So yeah, currently playing Silent Hill 2. I'll see if I can put it in the stream here, if that will work. That's me there. That's me there. I was in slightly better physical condition when I took that picture. that was when I used to go to the gym every single day. Now I don't so much. To be honest, I'm not significantly far off that. It's just I was a bit leaner then, but yeah. It's what is it? Gaming live streams with a Z. That's me. But yeah, also on Twitch and all those things and on YouTube. Sunny says the options are Rafael Leao, Lookman, Rashford, Diaz. Who would you go for? Depends on the price, Sunny. Depends on the price. Sorry, I've got a very blocked throat today. I don't know why. Depends on the price, depends on the wages, but let's pretend all of those aspects are equal. Probably Liao. Burger King is a Geordie, and this is truthfully one of my favorite TikTok live accounts. Love the format. I appreciate that, Burger King. I appreciate the kind words, and I appreciate you also for being here. Always good to get positive feedback. Fish says Google it. Fish, everything you tell me to Google, Fish, I have to Google on a private window. I like how your username on YouTube is Fishy Da Boy. I like that. That's pretty good. Fishy Da Boy. I like that though. Did you see Carl Walker sign for Burnley? Yeah. It's like, bro, Kyle, what are you doing with your life, Kyle? What more can you say? SFC says, how many likes should we get him to? Diogo says 1K. Sounds pretty good. How you doing, Sammy? Respect to Jota's family. Have their moment and wasn't on camera. Yeah, it's what I found the most kind of farcical was BBC News. So, you know, BBC News, they had like a live update thing, and they said, so they post like an update at 9:30 and an update at 9:40 and an update at 9:50. And the update they posted at 9:50 was, Jota's family have requested privacy for a private moment. But please stay on BBC News for updates. You just said they requested privacy. Give them privacy. What about Neymar? That's the question that I had. So working my way down. I hear you. 124. You're saying Ronaldo would be the main figure in the newspaper, so that's why he didn't turn up. There will therefore be a closed door funeral where he will attend. Yeah, I think the more private, the better. Diogo says, I'd keep Elliot and Nunes so Elliot can be a backup while Wirtz converts into a striker type role. Interesting. I'm excited to see what happens in pre-season, which is only less than a week away. Oh, no. Next Sunday. So we'll see how they set up. Sonny says, does he need funds for his education like he's a millionaire? Anyway, Ruben Neves, his best friend, says he'll take care of his children. Yeah, to be honest, in reality, probably not. But it's still, I think it's still a nice kind of token gesture. You know what I mean? It's a bit like if you're a millionaire, but somebody buys you a coffee, like you still say, "Oh, thank you." I think it's more like that. It's more Or if somebody gives you a birthday card and you're a millionaire, you can buy 1 billion birthday cards. But it's the gesture that somebody is giving you something. I think it's more that it's more what the gesture signifies rather than the material value of the gesture. Other night it was about pizza topping. I can't lie, I love the random conversations. We were talking about pineapple on pizza. I think it was Milos Kerkez was saying he loves chicken, mushroom and sweet corn pizza. Durwood was saying she loves pineapple on pizza, and she was urging me to try it and said a cost-effective way that I can try it is to get a frozen pizza and stick some pineapple on it. And then she was mentioning how in Aldi in the USA you can buy buffalo chicken pizza from the supermarket, and I was talking about how we don't get that. We in our UK Aldi we don't have that good a range. RG255 has to go. Take care, RG255. Max hasn't heard any transfer news about Liverpool. Yeah, there won't be. There won't be for a while. Michael says if Newcastle are smart, it'd be an addition. So this is with respect to Elanga. A lot of games to play. Premiership, Cups, Europe. If hungry for Cups, yeah. Because with respect to your attacking positions, you got Jacob Ramsey on the right, Isak in the middle, Gordon on the left. Is Callum Wilson still there as a backup? So if Elanga was to come in additionally, I think it makes sense. Preston's good. What about Neymar Jr.? What's the context of your question, boys party? A green custard cream. What do you mean by a green custard cream? Are they like different flavor to normal custard cream? Preston says, what type of videos should I post? I'm asking everyone. My advice would be, as somebody who's very experienced and has done this for 2 whole months, it would be just post whatever interests you. What are your hobbies? What interests you? I'd like Julian Alvarez at Liverpool. I wouldn't say no. Jay says Liverpool retired the shirt number, right? They have. So he will permanently be the number 20. Harry says, hopefully I will join. Yeah, appreciate that. And if you can't join, that's fine. It's totally okay. Don't feel obligated. But like you have to waste your weekend if you're planning to go out or something. But yeah, if you're around, yeah, 100%. I should be playing that game again tomorrow. Messi, I've seen some shouts about Messi. I can't lie. Harry said, okay, I need to provide some context with respect to Harry's comment. This is about a computer game, okay? This is about a computer game, what Harry is referring to here. But Harry says, didn't you leave the hospital after chasing after that woman? This is about a computer game. The computer game is called Silent Hill 2. In Silent Hill 2, it's not even that woman. Like, if I was to be more specific on that, it'd look even worse. But this is about the computer game I'm playing, where currently I was in a hospital and I'm chasing after somebody. But this is not real life. This is a computer game. The boys' party says Neymar Jr. is one of the best Brazilian footballers. Definitely up there. Julian Alvarez will cook. He certainly would. Jesus Christ, I meant in what context you bought him, not is he a good player? Well, there's the context. Football Edit says, can someone have a look at my edit, please? Thanks. There you go. Let's have a look at our Football Edit's edit. Rank 3 wingers. For me personally, it might be a bit controversial. I think Ronaldinho 1, Hazard 2, Neymar 3. Preston saying, what type of videos should I post? Carl Walker's 35. Burnley also signed left back from Feyenoord. Sonny says prison videos because the way Pico Williams used Barcelona should be felony. Ah, right, because he used them to get a longer contract. Even then, I can't lie. 10-year contract is wild. I mean, we're seeing that with the Mudryk situation now. Mudryk signed what, an 8-year contract, and now he's banned, and now Chelsea still have to pay him. It's a lot of risk to take on. Diogo says we play Preston, I believe. Yes, it's not this Preston here. It's Preston North End. Yeah. Sunday, 13th. The boys' party says Ronaldo or Lionel Messi. Well, given that Sonny is in the chat, I must say Messi. And he said it there as well. Messi's the GOAT, but no slander to Ronaldo. He can always play second fiddle to the GOAT. Oh, you were Milos. Oh, okay, so you were Milos Kerkez last week. You just changed your username and your picture. Ah, right. It's a good thing I was saying nice things about you. That could have gone very badly. That could have gone south. I could have been like, that damn Milos Kerkez. He is a strange person who likes chicken and mushroom and sweet corn pizza. He's the weirdest. I was very complimentary, so that could have gone badly. Carrington said, do you think this will have a positive or negative impact on Liverpool's season? If I'm honest, it's tough to say. I hope positive, but if it does have a negative impact, I wouldn't blame the players because it's a traumatic thing to go to. Under the Floodlights says, do Chelsea just offload their deadwood to Arsenal now? They do. Which I find utterly bizarre. Because for me, Arsenal and Chelsea should be looking to be roughly at a similar level. But Chelsea use Arsenal as their dumping ground. So, like, for me, if you're not good enough for Chelsea, you're not good enough for Arsenal. But, like, even like with Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, I would say Arsenal should aspire to be at a similar level to Man City. And if Gabriel Jesus and if Zinchenko are not good enough for City, why are you taking them, Arsenal? You're not Fulham. Bizarre. The boys' party says Messi's got 4 Champions Leagues, but Ronaldo has 5. And Sonny's like, Messi's got a World Cup. What's your point? Josh says, Madueke to Arsenal has actually made me Arteta out. I can't lie. I don't blame you. I've been Arteta out for a while, and I don't even like Arsenal. I'm like, what are you doing? This guy is an amateur. Like, this is his first job as a manager, and like, you deserve better. Like, you genuinely deserve better. I don't even like Arsenal, but like, you deserve better. Stop buying. Players are not good enough for Chelsea. They are not good enough for Arsenal. Because as I was saying, these are clubs at a similar level. They're both top English clubs. I don't get it. Stop buying drafts from Chelsea, man. Milos Kerkez, aka Diogo Jota, says Jota was one of my faves. Yeah, he's gonna be missed 100%. Michael Moon says, take care, buddy. Have a good night. We'll definitely look out for one of your gaming streams in the future. Appreciate that, Michael. Have a good evening as well. Take care. Appreciate you as always. Harry says, no, I do nothing on Sundays. Fair enough. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Also might need some suggestions, Harry, on what game I play next. I was doing a bit of research today. I'm thinking maybe Spider-Man 2. You know the Spider-Man 2 game? Looks pretty good. I might give that a go next. I'm trying not to be stereotypical and play FIFA EAFC. Because everyone keeps saying, I used to play EAFC. And I'm like, FIFA EAFC I don't like because the game is scripted. So, that's my controversial take. Sonny says, Ronaldo couldn't win 8 Ballon d'Ors, 6 Golden Boots, having 400 man of the match. Jesus Christ, the guy is known for diving, not in the same category as Messi. Sherry says, "Oh my God, it's Ryan ain't Nuri." Is that like a play on word? Are you saying it's Ryan ain't Nuri, therefore it isn't actually Nuri? That's a new one. I normally get Mo Salah, but I'll take that. I'll take Ait Nuri. Rafinha's only gonna get better, says Noah. Hazard isn't even near Neymar. Yeah, I hear ya. Neymar, I've always felt is slightly overrated, but what we can agree on is that Ronaldinho is leagues ahead of both. Sonny says no slander to Ronaldo. Riley says, "Are you watching the boxing? Who's boxing today?" It's not Usyk versus Dubois. That's like mid. Can you tell me who's boxing today? Because I didn't know there was boxing today. Usyk versus Dubois is the one that I'm looking forward to. Joe Gomez to be our second choice striker. Do you mean our defender or a different Joe Gomez? Thank you, Andre. Eubank is fighting today. I might watch it. I'm working my way down. Don't worry, guys. Nico Williams wants to become a Bilbao legend. I get it, but good luck having no Champions League or trophies in your career. Well, your mom will have at least 2 Champions League or Ballon d'Or. Yeah, I hear. As I said, Sonny, I will be seeing Nico Williams in a month. And when he runs past me, I will tell him, Sonny thinks that you suck. Where am I sitting? I'm sitting. I'll have to shout it, but I don't know if he understands English, but I can try. Usyk fights that bold guy July 9th. Yeah, that makes sense. Mid-July. I guess Usyk is bold now as well, so it's bold guy versus bold guy. Daniel Dubois. The boys' party says Ronaldo has scored many goals, but Messi's not scored that many goals. Andre says Usyk beating Dubois. I think Usyk will beat Dubois. I guess the question is, to a certain degree, what do you guys think will happen after he beats Dubois? Will he go back down to cruiserweight, or will he retire? Because like, what more is there for him to do? Joseph Parker, maybe? Joseph Parker, potentially? I'm curious. Brandon says we're signing Wirtz, they're signing Madueke or whatever his name is. I mean, you summed it up. It's like, I don't like Arsenal. But at one point, when somebody just repeatedly keeps making the same mistake over and over again, it's like, eventually you're like, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? Like, I don't even like Arsenal, but they just create their own problems. Dad says, have you seen Musiala's injury? It was nasty one, wasn't it? Like his foot kind of bent in a way that it's not supposed to bend. So I hope he makes a quick recovery. Sonny propping up Messi there. Besides goals, Messi's got 350 assists, 350 man of the match, 2 World Cup golden balls. What a player, man. What a player. WS Goated says, what do you think of Newcastle maybe signing Elanga? I mean, he's a good player. And we just see the difference in transfer strategy there. Like, Arsenal are signing Madueke. Newcastle signing Elanga. Like, for me, Elanga is a class above Madueke. Newcastle I'm scared of. I say this all the time. I'm scared of Newcastle. Tossin says yes. Yes, indeed. Sonny says play PES 21 with Football Live. I've seen that. That's the mod, isn't it? Where they've updated the kits and they've updated I think they've put commentary on it and all that. Yeah, I might need to give that a try. Noah says Rafinha is only going to get better. Do you agree? I mean, he's on the right trajectory. I mean, he could get an injury tomorrow and then not get any better, but all things considered, hopefully. Smiley says, wait, Nuri, I've never had, I think it's because I'm not wearing a cap today. Normally I'm wearing a cap. So maybe that's why I looked in the mirror. I was like, is my hair going curly? I've never had curly hair before. So I was thinking, is my hair going curly? So Nuri has curly hair, I think. So maybe it is kind of turning a bit curly. Harry, and this is with respect to Spider-Man 2, saying, I've played Spider-Man 2. It's quite a good game. I reckon you should play it. FC doesn't really have a story, so it isn't a good game for your live, in my opinion. I'm with you. I like kind of playing games that kind of we can kind of play together to a certain degree. And with kind of FC/FIFA, it's not as entertaining for other people, I guess. But Spider-Man. Okay, Spider-Man it is. Spider-Man it is next. Once we finish Silent Hill, it will be Spider-Man next. A HD TXV says, thoughts on Musiala getting a potential career-ending injury in a tournament that shouldn't exist. If anything, it reinforces the fact that this tournament shouldn't exist. Players have been running around all year. Players are not in a physical condition to be playing even more games right now. So and if you think about it as well, their legs haven't really had a rest. And when your muscles don't have a rest, that's when they get weaker. Like imagine going to the gym, like the 10th rep hurts a lot more than the 2nd rep. These guys have done 20 reps and now they're getting hit in the arm, and it's like they haven't rested, they haven't recovered. It just increases the propensity for injury. So this is what kind of all the quote-unquote experts in the field say. Not that I'm an expert, because I'm absolutely not, but I work out sometimes, so that's all I can bring to the discussion. But for players, it's not good. This is just money-making thing for people, for the kind of people in suits who don't play, unfortunately. Sonny says, so now Club World Cup is what you compare. Listen, kid. This is not to me, I don't think. This isn't to me, no. Go check the mass. This is to the boys' party. Go check the matches. Messi face Ronaldo. Who scored more goals? Who won more matches? FIFA 19 is better than PES 21. PES back in the day was very good, and then FIFA got a bit better. I haven't played FIFA since FIFA 23, I think. Ronaldo clears Pessi, so Milas Kerkez, aka Diogo Jota, is on Sonny's side. But he said he doesn't like FIFA scripting, so I thought maybe PES, yeah. Like, the scripting is there. I know they deny it, but I can tell it's there. Because suddenly all my players slow down. I don't understand if one player slowed down, but suddenly they all slow down and suddenly basic passes don't work anymore. But at the exact same time, the opposition is now 20 times faster. And I keep winning the ball back, but the ball keeps rolling right back. It's like, I got to tackle him, but the ball rolls right back. No. I know what you're doing. EA Sports. So since then, I smashed a few controllers and I was like, it's costing me £50 a month to play this game. Maybe not a month. It's costing me £50 a year to play this game. No more. Brandon says Messi's got more goals than Ronaldo. Diogo says Dubois knocked the floor with Isak. You reckon? He got was it like a liver shot in the first match, and Usyk went down, and some people said it was a low blow, some people said it wasn't a low blow. But let's see how it goes. KYB likes himself. HGTV says he's fighting Fury Usyk 3 has been announced. I'm not so sure about that. I don't know how they could sell that fight now that Usyk won 2 of them. I think it will be Fury Joshua probably. Diogo says Ronaldo clears Messi. The boys' party agrees, says Ronaldo is the best. And there you go. Yes, lad, says the real Scouser. How you doing, the real Scouser? Hope you are. Usyk versus Fury 3 trilogy. It's probably not going to happen, if I'm honest, if Usyk's won the first two. What do you think about Usyk? Yeah, he'll go down as a great. He's the greatest boxer of this generation, at least from a heavyweight perspective. 'Cause he's cleared out the division. I think history will favor him quite positively. I mean, what he's beat Joshua twice, he's beat Fury twice, he's beat Dubois. Who else has he fought? I feel like there's someone super obvious, but it's not coming to me. But he's we will look back at him fondly in 10, 20 years. Sunny says, saying random stuff doesn't make it true. I can say I can fly, but can I? I'm not. And I got a story for you here. When I was younger, it's so sad. When I was younger, there was a boy on my road who thought he could fly, and he jumped out the he jumped out the window of his house because he thought he could fly. And then he had to go to hospital and have. I shouldn't laugh. He had to get surgery. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but it's just because you said I think I can fly. You've reminded me of this guy that used to live by. Andre says Usyk versus Fury Trilogy 3 may happen. Well, you said may. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. It's unlikely, as it would be a hard sell, but it's not an impossible sell. Diogo says that Ilanga, Isak, Gordon front three will cook. So who's on the right? Would you play Ilanga on the right there? So sorry, Jacob Murphy, you're out of the team. Liverpool should sign Brazilian youngster from Brazilian league. Chelsea do, yeah. It would be nice to kind of take advantage of these South American market before the South American goes to Europe. We just get them straight from the warehouse, which is South America, rather than buying from the shop, which is Hoffenheim as an example. Brandon says, have you played Detroit Become Human? If not, I highly recommend it if you like a good story. I've not played that. I've heard good things about that, but I'm gonna add it. I've got like a note of games that I need to look at. I'm gonna add this one. I've seen like the cover. It's got like a woman's face on it. Detroit Become Human. I've got like a note of like all the games that interest me, and then when it comes time to play a new one, I pick one off the list. Otherwise, I forget. But I've added that one. That's a good shout, because I remember seeing that and thinking that looks pretty good, but for some reason it's not on my list. So I've added that now. So thank you. Harry says, I can help you with it as well if you need any. Lol, I probably will need any. I probably will need help when it comes to Spider-Man. So yeah, no, I appreciate that. I've played the last two. I played Spider-Man, the new one that came out, which was good. What I didn't like was the Mary Jane missions. You know, when you had to kind of stealth around. I was like, why you make me play as Mary Jane? I don't want to play as Mary Jane. I want to play as Spider-Man. So I didn't like the Mary Jane's missions, but the rest of the game I really enjoyed. Then Miles Morales was good. It was shorter, but that's okay. But I liked his lightning powers. His lightning powers were pretty cool. I think in the new one, you've got a choice of who you want to play as. You can switch between them, I think. So I'll probably be Miles a bit more often, but let's see. Hi, Seven says, Club World Cup was such a mistake overall, yeah. I mean, these players, they must be exhausted, and to make them play another tournament at the end purely for money, it's insane. Lucifer asks, what injury was it? It looks like an ankle injury. It could be a broken ankle, because his foot just went the other way that it doesn't normally bend. Yeah, a lot of people have said that. A lot of people said they'd trade the trophies as well. Pinder says they should be in condition, the amount of money they earn. I hear you, but equally they are human. Like, they don't get any rest, which I find wild. Like they get paid a lot of money and they have good nutrition, they have good conditioning, they have good gyms, they have good food, they got good physios. But sometimes the only thing that will heal the muscle is to let the muscle rest, because the muscles get stronger when it kind of rests and then kind of rebuilds. I find it wild. I like how you were laughing at the Sunny comment. Listen, kid. I thought you were saying listen, kid, to me, and I was like, I'm not a kid. Is that me? Oh, good. Possibly Stevie G says PES 2018-2019 is better than any FIFA. I hear. The old PES games, they have like a lot of loyal fans. I grew up with the first Pro Evolution Soccer. I was going to show my age and say, I remember when PES, when it used to be called International Superstar Soccer. And then they bought out another game called International Superstar Soccer Deluxe. And then I think they brought out ISS 95, and then it switched to Pro Evolution Soccer. But and then you had PES 1, PES 2, PES 3, PES 4, PES 5, PES 6. PES 6 was bad, but PES 5 and PES 4, they were pretty good as well. Diogo says Mo Salah in 10 years' time. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm not 10 years older than him though. Mo Salah in 3 years' time. 6 April, Wembley next year. Is that a final of some sort? Sonny says, Milos, you're lucky I said I won't call Pinaldo names because I feel Portuguese today, but Messi clears the man who fails his country every time when he mattered. What did he do in 2016, and 2019 and 2025? Poor Ronaldo, eh? Harry says, I hate all of them. There's like one in Spider-Man 2 that I can remember. You have choice, but in certain missions you have to use Peter and then Miles and others. Okay, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I think for PC it's been out since January, so they should have worked out the bugs and things. So yeah, I'm excited to try it. That doesn't help. No, it doesn't help that the weather is hot and humid. Here, in the US, yeah, it just makes it all the more difficult. Players are tired and they're dehydrated, so it's not ideal. Diogo says Joshua will knock Fury out. I can see that happening. I think kind of styles make fights, that sort of thing. Charlie says you've got to feel so sorry for Musiala. Yeah, I think he just came back today. Today was his first game in 3 months, and then for that to happen, it's not good. Do you think Liverpool should sign? I don't know who those two are, to be fair. AFC Dave, aka AFC DL, says, "Yay, another Chelsea player, Madueke. He's so happy about that. Dave is so happy about that." It's bizarre. I was saying earlier, I feel like Arsenal, like, if a player's not good enough for Chelsea, they're not good enough for Arsenal, because they're both big clubs. Wow. Can't wait to see Estevao in a Chelsea shirt next season. Yeah, man. I'm excited to see him. I don't even support Chelsea, but I'm excited to see him as well. Fulbert says, what do you think of the Club World Cup? If I'm honest, it's a money-making scheme. It's not good for the players. It's not good for football in general. But if it wasn't for the Club World Cup, I probably would have met most of you here. So there's a positive for me. But in general, it's probably not good for the players. Yeah, 100% a problem for teams next season. I think Chelsea will finish above Arsenal. It certainly could happen. Wow, that's crazy. So Sonny and Brandon have said something very similar, but they're on different platforms. But they're on my list in the exact same order. So Sonny says, play every game from the creator, Detroit Human, become human, heavy rain, and I don't know. Brandon says Detroit feels like heavy rain, or Fahrenheit if you ever played them in the past. Is it Jason? Jason, was that heavy rain? Was he called Jason, the kid? Jason. Heavy rain, I loved. Heavy rain was fantastic. For people who haven't played it here, I won't spoil the ending, but I never figured out the ending, so it came as a nice surprise. Heavy Rain I absolutely loved. Fahrenheit, is that also made? Is that sounds like an older one, but I'll make a note of that one anyway. Fahrenheit. The closest to those games that I've played recently was, you know, the Dark Pictures anthology. They're kind of story type. They're a bit similar to Heavy Rain. I've played at least 2 of those, maybe 3. They're quite fun. The Dark Pictures anthology. Sunny says, "Man, just play Sekiro. It will be great seeing you suffer." Oh, thank you. I appreciate the kind words, Sunny. If Sekiro is like Dark Souls, then it's like I ain't got the pension. I ain't got the patience or the time for that. Wukong, I might try. Black Myth Wukong, I might try that. But this Detroit Human game I'll look into, and also Spider-Man 2. But at the very least, I think I got 2 more games to play now. So that's fantastic. So yeah, I appreciate the tips. If anyone else has got any tips, send them in. I'll make a note of them, and then I'll look them up. Chelsea will win Club World Cup, possible. High 7 says, for money, the stadiums barely have any fans. True, but even then, like the tickets are like £8. Like most of their revenue from this, it doesn't come from tickets. Like it comes from kind of other revenue streams. I think I've seen today Chelsea got paid like £60 million or something so far. So it's a nice little earner for them. They can rest during pre-season if youngsters start, but then that means the main players don't have a pre-season. Pre-season is important for the main players to get tactical awareness and to get rhythm together. Yeah, sponsorships, that sort of thing. Crazy money involved. User says not reading TikTok comments. I am. Most of the comments I'm reading here are TikTok ones, if I'm honest. Pinder, it's such a dumb statement. Like, Liverpool is also a $1 billion franchise. Shouldn't they be more careful about their players? They got money because they make the club just a prestigious stage, yeah, kind of sponsorships and kind of that sort of thing. Wirtz, Musiala, Palmer, Olmo, rank those 4. That's the order. I don't need to rank them. I think you've put it in the order. And I mean, Brandon agrees. It's already in order. Like Diogo has already put it in order, and I'm glad to see Brandon's comment is saying the same thing I did. Like it's basically already in order. High 7 says, who's the better midfielder, Alvarez or? I've not heard of that second guy, to be honest. Happy Days says, evening, how you doing? Happy Days. I was going to say, hope you've had a good day, but the correct phrase is, I hope you've had a happy day. See what I did there, but I hope you are. Sunny says, and I'm sure Sunny's going to love Olmo being ranked at the end. Why are Arsenal and Chelsea rivals? Why do they have such a good transfer relationship? I don't know if it's a logistical thing, because they're both London clubs. So the players probably don't have to move house. But it's odd. I think there should be more rivals. Diogo says Newcastle to win the Prem. I think they're an outside shout. I think they have a shout. Newcastle, I'm scared of. I can't lie. Jason Jason, that's the one, isn't it? When he just walking through the shopping mall, shouting Jason 1,000 times because Jason's gone missing. Man, that was almost 20 years ago. I played Heavy Rain because I played it when it first came out on PS3, and the reason why I remember almost 20 years ago is because I was playing it in uni. Instead of going out, I was playing Heavy Rain. But yeah, that the Jason is still stuck. The tone of it is still stuck in my ear. If Salah was to retire to a bad injury, who would you replace? I don't think there is a right winger who could replace him other than Yamal, but we are not getting Yamal. You'd have to replace him in the aggregate. Sonny says Detroit is better than Heavy Rain. Best character. Okay. I mean, you're getting me excited about this game. I can't lie. I loved Heavy Rain. It's good to hear the positive. I wish the Divas brothers were playing. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of what I was kind of looking forward to. But I've just seen Joe Bellingham is sitting in the crowd. I mean, what's the fun in that? Brandon says the Dark Pictures are quite good. They've got bigger games called Until Dawn. Until Dawn, I think, is on my list. Yeah, I've on my list. I've got Until Dawn remake. It's like Resident Evil, but I don't have the Quarry. I'm gonna add that on. The Quarry. We'll check these out. Max says Ruben Amorim. You look like Ruben Amorim. That's okay. I'll take that. I think Ruben Amorim looks quite good for his age. So I'll take that. Take that. There's worse people to be compared to. And Sonny's not too happy with the ordering. Which Almo? So you think Palmer's better than Almo? I'll be honest, I do. Controversial. I love Cole Palmer. I don't know if I like his personality. Like, I like how he's not media trained. He's just a normal person. I like that. But I think on the pitch as well, very good. Appreciate he didn't have the best season last year, but hope that's a blip and he'll come back. He'll come back stronger. Would you take Skamaka? Possibly. Bram says, "Are you from Afghanistan?" No. And I have no intention of going there. Thank you very much. HBLFC 99 says, "Do you think Liverpool are done in the transfer window?" Nope. I think an attacker will come in. I think a defender will come in. But in terms of the next thing that is going to happen, I think you'll see Nunes go, and then you might see a few more departures. So I think we're going to enter a period of departures now. And then once that's done, obviously not immediately, given the sensitivities of the situation that has occurred, but I think there'll be a period of quiet, and then a period of departures, and then we should see some new names coming. Newcastle underdog, says Diogo. Sunny says, "I get Wirtz and Musiala. I love to see him in a Barcelona kit, but no way based on last season. Palmer more than Almo. Yeah, not based on last season. I'm basing it like on a whole, I guess. If you said to me I could have if you said to me you've got to sell Wirtz, you've got to sell some Bosley, but you could have Olmo or you could have Palmer, I'll take Cole Palmer." Happy Days says, "Why don't we go for Rodrigo? We were after him before he joined Madrid. Better us than Arsenal." Yeah, I hear ya. I think Rodrigo's good on the left, so I guess any Rodrigo signing would be dependent upon Diaz or Gakpo leaving. I think Diaz is probably going to go. So what could happen is Diaz could go and Rodrigo could be signed as a replacement. The only kind of concern / reservation I may have would be Rodrigo's wages, but he's a good player. If he's available for the right price and the right wage, as we saw with Wirtz, who was available at the right price and the right wage, then yeah, we should be in for him. RG255 is back. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Why did Job not start against Madrid? I don't know. I was looking forward to seeing him. You see the video I sent you? Nope. But I'll try to check it out afterwards. Do a Jamal Williams. Rank those three. I would go Jamal number 1, Due number 2, Williams number 3. I presume that's Nico Williams. I presume that's not Reece Williams who plays for Liverpool. If that's Reece Williams who plays for Liverpool, then he'd be number 1. But if it's Nico Williams, then it would go Jamal number 1, Due number 2, Williams number 3. See, I hope Sonny's happy about that one. I put the Barcelona player first, but I genuinely love Due. He's one of my favorite players to watch. But I think Jamal is just like an alien to a certain degree. RG255 says, I'm tired, boss. It is a bit late, to be fair. It's 10:30. Brandon, and again, thank you for the games tips. I've noted those down. He says, almost good. Palmer's borderline world class, but Musiala and Wirtz are absolute superstars. Yeah, I'm with you on that. So the order that Brandon's put it in is the same order I put it in. You just need to reverse that. You need to reverse what's on the screen. So Wirtz number 1, Musiala number 2, Palmer number 3, Olmo number 4. Sonny says, oh, so now a personality wins you trophies while a player who played brilliant was part of domestic treble winning team is rubbish. I'm not saying Olmo's rubbish. I'm just saying I think Palmer's better. I think Palmer's more effective. I think he's more direct. I'm not saying Olmo's rubbish. I just think Palmer's better. Well, both of these players are top 10 in the world in their position. So he says, yes. I mean, almost still good. Like I'm not saying almost rubbish. Like almost very good. Just for me, I like the way. I just like the way. I like the way Palmer plays. See, Diogo agrees with Sonny. Says that Palmer is so overhyped. I like Cole Palmer. Did I mean is let? What do you mean? Did I mean is let? MK and Durwood have clarified. Sorry, the situation with respect to Job. It's because of the yellow card. Makes sense. Thank you guys for clarifying. Rodrigo plays striker. You play Rodrigo centrally. You played Rodrigo centrally. Do you not feel like Rodrigo's best position is on the left? Like for me, if Liverpool really want a central striker, then buy a striker. Unless they're cooking something that we can't imagine. Brandon says, rank these 3. Reece Williams, who's a current Liverpool centre-back, Nico Williams with an I, who plays for Bilbao, and Nico Williams with an E, who used to play for Liverpool and now plays for Nottingham Forest, the Welsh right back. I would just swap position 2 and position 3. So the best one there is Reece Williams. Second best one there is Nico Williams, the former Liverpool right back. Plays for Wales. And I think the third best is got to be Nico Williams for Bilbao. Completely unbiased with that, but that's... Sonny says, how dare you compare Pico Pilliams, a player with 6 league goals, shouldn't be in the conversation. Yeah, I in that one I put Jamal at the top. Josh says, if Madueke to Arsenal results in Ethan Nwaneri to Chelsea, I genuinely think N5 might riot. I hear ya. It's a bizarre situation. It's like Why? Why is this even happening? Diogo says, Joe Bellingham. Why did we not get him? I hear ya. I guess he's an attacking midfielder, and I guess they had their eyes set on Wirtz, and so if you're getting Wirtz in, Job wouldn't develop. I don't know if that's a reason. Josh says, if Rodrigo's going to the Prem, he's coming to Arsenal, and that's said by a man who has no hope in Arsenal. Could happen. Arsenal need to sign some sort of attacking player, because at this point, like it legitimately feels like money laundering or something. They bought Kepa, which is a goalkeeper. Was it like some sort of Valencia centre back? And I'm like, you've already got a gazillion centre back. Like, they do need to bolster the attack. Hush for buy says Darwin Núñez 40 goals in band, but possibly in the next 5 years. Yeah. Tyler says my cousin now plays in the Prem. Very nice. Which team? Nico Williams at Forest can start for us at right back. I mean, he's developed quite well at Forest. I don't know. I don't know if there's a buyback clause on that, but I'm glad things are working out well for him there. JKJ says, who's better, Wirtz or Palmer? Wirtz. What did AFT speak about signing another 2 rejects from Chelsea? I'll be honest, I've ended up muting them because I just always go on AFTV and leave unkind comments, which people would always like, and then I'd come back the next day and I get 20 angry Arsenal fans because my comment had been liked by 1,000 people, and then I'd be like, oh, I just can't be bothered with this anymore. So you'll have to tell me. Rafinha, Diaz, Vinny, Rodrigo. I mean, since Sonny told me off for the Olmo Palmer thing, that means I have to put Rafinha first because I don't want to get told off again. But I just saw Vinicius. I didn't see Vinicius in there first. Okay, I'll be honest. Sonny might tell me off, but he might not tell me off. But I'd go Vinicius first, Rafinha second, Rodrigo third, Diaz fourth. And again, that doesn't mean Diaz is rubbish. It doesn't mean he's trash. It doesn't mean, oh my God, come but Diaz. But like, Diaz is still a very good player. But that's what I'd put. Austin Bomber, says Dave. What specifically? Is it what Josh has said here? I don't understand. Romano confirmed Eze wants to come to Arsenal. Eze is a good player, but are they planning on playing Eze on the wing? Because I'm not sure he's quick enough for that. Where is he going to play? Because isn't Eze best in Odegaard's position? So how would that work? Hush for buy says buzzcut Darwin. I can't lie. The buzzcut kind of suits him. Like, it actually kind of suits him. I'm like, you know what? Fair play. That's a good haircut for you. Bert says R.I.P. Jota. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. So Rodrigo want his career to go rubbish like Casemiro. What happened to Job? I think he's not playing. 20 forever, says Bert. Yeah. Retiring the shirt is the right thing to do. To be honest, Kepa ain't a bad keeper who cost 70 million for 5 million. That's calm. That is calm. He was never a 70 million pound keeper to begin with, given he was bought the same time that Alisson was bought. But he's not a 5 million pound keeper either, to be fair. I mean, what's a fair value? Maybe like 20 million. So you're still getting him for like 4 times cheaper. So it is a good deal. I mean, 5 million pound these days is absolutely nothing. So, I mean, if you've got him on respectable wages as well, I think that's a good deal. Sonny agrees. Thank God. No, I'm not gonna get scolded and told off this time. Number 1, Vinicius. Number 2, Rafinha. Number 3, Rodrigo. Number 4, Diaz. It's done. It's done. Ben coming a bit controversial, saying Rodrigo, Diaz, Rafinha, Vinicius. Madueke is better than Vinicius. Madueke is not better than me, and I haven't kicked a ball in about 20 years. Josh says Eze would be another creative outlet alongside Odegaard. Okay, fair enough. Brandon says Arsenal remind me of 2018 Spurs. That's probably a pretty good comparison there. Aggie says Isak signing a new contract at the Toonman next week, so Liverpool have to miss out. I mean, to be fair, Newcastle's I think it's a good project. So, and as I was saying last time, Newcastle took the chance on him from Real Sociedad. Newcastle have given him a platform. Newcastle have, to a certain degree, made him who he is. So if he wants to sign a new contract with them, I understand. Newcastle deserve it for giving the player a chance. Robin, Hazard, Bale rank those three. Again, this is... The only hard one is the first one. I feel like there's no right answer here. Maybe Bale, Robin, Hazard, but I feel like people would disagree with me there. What's this about Ethan Nwaneri? I think he might be on the move. A user, and I'm going to read out the numbers. User 584-840-953-5147. I should be like the voice on like answering machines. 584. But anyway, Chelsea will have a better season. Yeah, I think they will. To be fair. Durwood with the update on Musiala. Appreciate that. Musiala broke his fibula and damaged several ligaments. Okay. Fibulas, that's the bone, I think. 4 to 5 months. I mean, 4 to 5 months doesn't seem that long. I mean, is that a positive? That to me is a... If we ignore the first half of the sentence and focus purely on the second half, that seems quite positive. 4 to 5 months doesn't seem too long. It's a similar sort of time that Elliot had out. Gittins, to be honest, I haven't seen enough of all three to rank that, to rank those three, if I'm honest with you. Sonny says, take your meds if you can't find them. Call Sonny. M faces Kawara. Yeah. Oh, God, man. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm jealous that PSG got him for 50 million. I love Kvaratskhelia. I appreciate he looks like a goat, which is probably a good thing because, goat and all that. But I love Kvaratskhelia. Just so direct, so effective. I get scared watching him dribble, and he's not even dribbling at me. He's Kvara, best left wing in the world right now. I agree. Facts. Sonny says Vinicius, maybe since I will do 10 times, but he still have a better legacy than all three of them. Hush4by disagrees. Not even the best left winger at PSG. Who would you say is the best left winger at PSG? Doué? Would you class Doué as a left winger? M-Face says I lost the plot, mate. That's what I said. Bale, Robin, Hazard. GG. DB LFC said hopefully the Gahey is a done deal soon. Yeah, I think it will be, especially because the Kwanzaa deal has been sorted now. So I think once the time is right, they will probably announce this. Kvaratskhelia, Diaz, Nico Williams ranked the 3. Kvaratskhelia number 1. Can I put Diaz and Nico Williams equal second, or is that cheating? Daniel says Bale number one. Other two don't matter. I think I did put Bale number one, so I'm safe there. I have escaped Daniel's wrath. User 584-840-953-5147. Saka, Palmer, Foden. Not based on stats, based on how they played. How would I quantify or qualify that though? Do you mean who would I want in my team? I might go with that, you know. I might go with that as the order as you have it. G9 says Rafinha. Robin or Hazard? Robin. Tate says, did you cry when Jota died? Nope, but I was sad. I was a bit down. But I haven't cried for many years, which I'm not sure is a good thing, as people keep telling me. Rafinha, best left winger in the world. Kvaratskhelia for me. But Rafinha is very good. Ooh, Finley with the hard questions, man. Finley with the hard questions. There are not many people that I'd put above Doué, but Yamal would be one of them. It's like the question to a certain degree is like Doué is like the top 2%, and Yamal is like the top 1%, and you're like, oh, I guess it's got to be the top 1%, but it's both very good. What about Rafinha? Isn't he better than Kvaratskhelia? For me now. For me, Kvaratskhelia is number one. Hush for Buy says Doué in recent form. I mean, Doué is amazing as well. You look like the WWE wrestler Luke Harper. Is he the one that passed away? Luke Harper. He went to AEW and he was in some sort of group. I think I know the one that you mean. I found it amusing how it was between Salah, Dembele and Rafinha. Suddenly everyone forgot about Rafinha. Very true. I mean, me and Sunny are agreeing again. We seem to have agreed on the last couple here. Jota news was shocking. Yeah, it still hasn't sunk in. It's sunk in a bit more today because they had the kind of memorial service, so it's made it a bit more real. But the past few days, it's like, was I imagining that? Did that really happen? Unknown says Hazard or Salah. I'd go for Salah. Jota says Prime Bale versus Salah. I think Prime Bale at his peak was perhaps a bit more dangerous, but Salah had the longevity. Sunny says it's Yamal. Yeah, I agree with that. Keith says hi bro, hope you're well. Aston Villa, very nice. Got a Villa fan. Yeah, hope you're well, Keith. Hope you're doing well. Are you excited for the new season? I see Coutinho's left. I think Coutinho's left now. But yeah, you excited for next season? I would be if I'm a Villa fan. Things are looking good for Villa. How it's that a difficult question you molded in the Euros? Rafinha more goals and assists than Kane. Is that right? I'm not sure, to be honest. Finley says, do you think Salah has earned his Premier League legend status based on last season? I would say so, yes. So I think Salah's the type of player who we will miss in 10 years. Typically, and I hate to make this comparison, but as we've seen this week, you don't know what you got until you lose it. And I think that's true in every aspect of life. And I think also when Salah leaves the Premier League, when, you know, a consistent kind of 30 goal striker leaves, and not just goals, GA, then we appreciate them more. And again, this isn't anyone's fault here. I think it's a human tendency that we, and I'm guilty of this as well, but it's like a human tendency that we only appreciate what we have or what we had once it's gone. Sonny says a Prime Bale all day, 100%. Jenny, how you doing, Jenny? My heart goes out to all the Liverpool fans on here over sad news of Jota and his brother, Andre. Yeah, we stand together. Yeah, terrible news. We've been talking about it quite a lot today, but came as a shock, came out of nowhere. I'm sure, kind of when everyone saw it, they didn't quite believe it. But what more can you say? I think the club have done right by the situation. They're retiring the shirt number. They're continuing to pay Jota's wages to his family. So they're not going to be they're still going to be supported. They're also going to look after the children's education. So that will bring a degree of comfort. Finley says up the mags. Burnley to finish 13th. Is that with Kyle Walker or without Kyle Walker? Because I see he has joined them today. RG says, I thought it was fake news, but it was that Me Too. Me Too, RG255. The first time I saw the message, RIP Diogo Jota, like the first one I saw, I thought someone was just trolling. So I'm with you 100%. User Club World Cup winner, probably PSG. In their prime, who was better? Man, your questions are getting harder. I'd say these three are relatively equal. Is that a cop-out? But I genuinely feel like these three are kind of relatively equal. Sonny is reiterating that he is a cooler. Nadia says, hi, how you doing, Nadia? Hope you're well. Hope you've had a nice weekend. Sonny says, why didn't you mention him, Jenny? It's Andre Silva. That's okay. Probably just didn't know. Diogo says, with Kyle Walker, of course. I see. 13th, probably fair. Nadia with the rose. I appreciate that, Nadia. Hope you're well. Ibra, Rooney, Tevez, rank them. Controversial as a Liverpool fan, but like young Wayne Rooney, I've pretty much never seen anything like that. So I appreciate Rooney's career perhaps didn't have the longevity, but like 18-year-old Wayne Rooney, even though he was Everton and he was Man United, I thought he was amazing. So I would begrudgingly, but honestly, have to put Rooney number one. Then probably Ibrahimovic, and then Tevez, but they'd be close. But begrudgingly, I'd have to put Rooney number one, even though I don't like Everton, even though I don't like Man United. Rooney as a player was amazing. Madrid have just scored a third one, I think. Nah, it's a replay. Aguero, Kane, Ibra. Fair enough. Finley says, who's the best centre forward in your eyes the Prem has ever seen? Probably Thierry Henry. Nadia says, it's been okay, thanks. Hope you've been okay. Yeah, not too bad. I'm in England, so it's very hot in England, which doesn't help. But yeah, other than that, not much. Other than that, not too bad. I mean, I love how Jenny and Sunny are already arguing, but it's all good. Yeah, Tiernan, I'm with you, Tiernan. Rooney, I would begrudgingly have to put Rooney number one. Begrudgingly, but gotta be honest, Rooney number one. Durwood says, Burnley to finish higher than Man United. I can see that happening. Neymar, Hazard. Ronaldinho, Bale, rank them for. Yeah, you guys are putting me to work today. Ronaldinho number 1. Ronaldinho, Bale, Neymar, Hazard. I love this. I love how like Jenny and Sonny just start instantly arguing. And Jenny say, "Oh my God, could not spell it. So, bro, Sonny, please read messages." Sonny is saying, "Jenny, you and I have a rivalry since the day England won the under-21s. I mean, I'm hoping this rivalry will flourish into a friendship. It's got the vibe of something whereby you guys argue when you first meet, but then over time you become friends. Please become friends. It makes my life easier. But this has also got the vibe of this is what's going to happen." Brandon says, "Forget about how good they are. Who brought you more joy to watch?" Okay. Ronaldinho, number 1. A lot of people would put Bergkamp number 2. The only reason I wouldn't is because when Bergkamp was playing, I was very, very young. I appreciate it doesn't look like it with the grey hairs, but I was very young when Bergkamp was playing. In all honesty, I've probably seen more of Kvaratskhelia than I have of Bergkamp. I appreciate his goal versus Newcastle was amazing. But I'd be forced to put Kvaratskhelia second purely because I haven't seen that much of Bergkamp. But if I did, I'd probably put Bergkamp second and then Neymar last. Number 20 forever, says Abdullah. Yeah, 100%. Retiring the jersey, the right thing to do. As I was saying, in most cases, I'm not a fan of retiring jerseys, but in this case, it's the right thing to do. Diogo Jota putting me to work today. If this is Milos Kerkez, then you need a chicken, mushroom, and sweet corn pizza after this. Oh, I do. Henry, Rooney, Rush, Dalglish ranked them fourth. Dalglish, again, people say he's the best Liverpool player of all time. Before my time, didn't really see him. Ian Rush as well. Before my time, didn't really see him. I'd maybe just put Thierry Henry ahead of Rooney, but as I was saying, Rooney is a player I should hate, but begrudgingly I have to say he's a very good player. Neymar versus Ronaldinho, better prime, not longevity, just prime. Ronaldinho still for me. I love how Jenny and Sunny are still getting on, but I am convinced you two will be best friends one day. Who do you think will be? Not sure. Diogo says, "How tall are you?" Like 5'10", 5'11", around there. Not 6 foot. I'm not gonna round it up to 6 foot because I'm not. When I got measured at the nurse's office, a few years ago, she said I was 5'10", and I wasn't wearing any shoes, so I think I'm probably 5'10". To be fair, not 5'11", but if I have shoes on, maybe I'm 5'11". Jenny says, "How can you anger over sad news? Oh my God, men on screen. That's me. Please read this." Not right. Yeah, I think it was an innocent mistake. I think it was an innocent mistake by Jenny. She was just trying to pay her respects to Jota and to Andre. Diogo says, "Do you feel like footballers are way better now back?" I think defenders are a lot better. I think defenders are a lot quicker now, and defenders are a lot stronger now. I remember defenders back in the 90s, defenders were rubbish. They were so overweight. They were so slow. They just looked so drunk. But now the defenders are machines. Van Dijk's a machine. Saliba's a machine. Konate's a machine. Now you got defenders who are the quickest players in the team. We did not have that 20 years ago. 20 years ago, the Jamie Carragher's, the John Terry's, they were the slowest players in the team. But now, the Konates, the Van Dijks, the Joe Gomez's, they're the fastest players in the team. Dortmund have scored, but who cares? So I think the defenders now are a lot better. 2-1 to Dortmund, by the way. That's my opinion. And Nadia saying Eric Cantona. Yeah, Eric. I don't have any colours. I did have colours today, but I don't have colours in this yet. But yeah, Eric Cantona was a good player as well. A beautiful karate kick on fan in the crowd. But yeah, Cantona was a good player. I think they signed him from Leeds, didn't they, back in the day? Brandon said it's been a fun watch, but I'm going. Enjoy your night, brother. Enjoy your night too, Brandon. Take care. Thank you for the suggestions. I wrote those games down, and I'm gonna research them as well. But yeah, thank you for your suggestions and your comments. Take care. Jenny says you don't have joke or angry over sad news. Men on screen not funny. Please read this. Yeah, I think it was an innocent mistake. If I'm honest. Ronaldinho, best dribbler of all time. Yeah, it's good. That's a good shout by Diogo. Sunny says, Jenny, where are you from? I'm curious as well. Where are you from, Jenny? Cantona, Rooney, Henry. I'd reverse that. Mbappe just, God, can these guys stop scoring? So then I have to updating this damn score. Can like Mbappe chill? Like he scored, but it's like Finley has given me a challenge here, which I'm trying to solve. But like Mbappe is like, oh my God, I have scored. So I've got to update the score. Probably that order. Probably the order on the screen. Jenny, I'm reading all your messages, Jenny. Maybe you missed it, but I have read all your messages. Modric, Pirlo, Kaká, Cruz. These are getting harder and harder, man. So the questions at the start was like, hey, do you want to eat a cake or do you want to eat bathwater? And I was like, obviously it's a cake. But now you're like, do you want to eat a cake or do you want to eat pizza? Like, it's much more difficult. Even though I loved Kaká, I'd have to probably put him at the end. Probably Modric, Pirlo, Cruz, Kaká, but it's like there's 4 entries there. Does that mean there's 16 different combinations? I mean, if you pick any combination, that's probably correct. Sunny and Jenny are not best friends yet, but I'm hoping they will be eventually. Says, but she didn't name Andre Silva though. She just said his brother. But Jenny says, okay, so Sunny says, Jenny, just say R.A.P. Andre and we all good. It's okay. It's like, I know, we know what was meant. Yeah, I don't think Jenny meant any disrespect by it, to be fair. Durwood says, red card, better late than never. Yeah, is it Howson? Is it because he held the player back there? Because it didn't look that bad, a tackle. Nadia says, off to bed now. It's been nice watching you. Good night. Yeah, appreciate the comments, Nadia. Take care. All the best. Hope you have a nice day tomorrow, Sunday. T says, haven't joined in a while. Since then we lost Jota. How messed up, bro? How you feeling? Yeah, I was meant to go live on Thursday, but then when it happened, I didn't feel right to go live. It didn't feel like the right thing to do, and it didn't feel like the respectful thing to do. So I haven't gone live since Thursday myself. In terms of how I feel, surreal. Kind of didn't believe it. Kind of kept waking up thinking I was imagining it. But these things take time. And I think that it looks like they've had like a good ceremony today, and hopefully that helps. Finley says Saint Maximin, Hazard, Kvara, best dribbler. I'd reverse that. Mbappe versus Benzema prime, who better? Ooh, maybe Benzema just maybe. Sunny says Ronaldinho best dribbler. Did Messi stop playing football? Is dribbler not best skills? 3-2. Can this game stop scoring? Because it's had like 5 goals in like the last 5 minutes. So I have to update this wonderful score repeatedly. Can I just do this now? Because honestly, that's more accurate. There you go. Score more penalties. Score more penalties. Score more. CJ says hi. Sunny says, first of all, Kaka doesn't belong there. He's more of an attacking midfielder. They're all in the mid region. True. Van Dijk versus Shaquille O'Neal in a fight. No weapons. Gotta go with Van Dijk, man. Gotta go with Van Dijk. RG said you can't see the score. Really? It's because okay, I'll correct it for you. There you go. It's 3-2, by the way. Yeah, I know you didn't mean anything wrong by it, Jenny. But anyway, let's change the subject. Where are you from, Jenny? Bring Firmino back. One last ride. Durwood says, I'm bothered by people saying Jota and his brother Andre, not sure why. Yeah, I guess because the phrasing is feels a bit like Jota +1 to a certain degree, whereas he was his own person. I'm probably guilty of phrasing it like that as well. Don't tell me Dortmund have scored again. Oh, it's full time. Yeah, I saw that RG said to go live. Saint Maximin, Doku, who's the better dribbler? Probably Allen. Spicy content. Do you have content for me? Spicy content. T says separately, he's probably the most high-profile footballer to pass away. Can't believe it's one of ours. Yeah. I think that's a good point, to be fair. Tyler says, do your eyebrows have a postcode? No, but they've got like 5 postcodes. This one's got 2.5 postcodes. This one's got 2.5 postcodes. But yeah, I think it is the high. Yeah, I think that's right. Maybe that's why it's kind of affected us how it has, because he is the most high-profile footballer that's kind of passed away. Yeah, it's just a sad story overall, isn't it? Yeah, 3-2 final score. LeBron James versus Kanate. I got to back Ibu. Gorilla versus the whole Liverpool squad. If you're saying the whole squad, like 23, then I go for the Liverpool squad. Okay, Lion versus Virgil and Kanate. Okay, I go for a Lion there. Jenny, I don't care about other men. I want you to be better. What's going on? Can you two just be friends, please? Can you just be friends and get on? Get along. I appreciate you both. I appreciate Sunny and I appreciate Jenny. Can you be friends? Can you bond over something else? Perhaps there must be something. You must have some sort of common ground. Go away, you a bully, Sonny. I think here's a question, Jenny. Where are you from, Jenny? Are you from the UK or somewhere else? 3-2 full time, yeah. it is a good thing Dortmund decided to come and play the last 5 minutes. It meant I had to update the score multiple times, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Sunny said we are rivals, not enemies. You are my Ronaldo to my Messi. Jenny saying I shouldn't be Sunny's friend anymore. As Jenny only tried to send a nice message. I'm trying to change the subject. Where are you from, Jenny? UK, England. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Am I allowed to ask where roughly? North, south? Maybe the Midlands? Dwayne Johnson versus Van Dijk in a fight. Van Dijk. I find Dwayne Johnson a bit annoying. I like The Rock when he used to wrestle 20 years ago, but these days I find Dwayne Johnson a bit sanctimonious. But The Rock back in the day I used to like. RG says, how are you still alive? I'm trying to nurture a friendship here between Jenny and Sunny. I'm trying to help them find common ground. I'm acting as a mediator. There you go. Derwood knows what I mean. Everyone should be friends. Football brings everyone together. It does. And even if we support different teams, even if we have different opinions on things, that's perfectly fine. It's okay. And guess what? Also, if you're friends, it makes my life a lot easier. So I think there's an added benefit there. Jenny says, "Can I ask you a question?" Go for it. Of course you can. I may not answer it, but you are entitled to ask. Jota says Bojan is one. Is that Bojan Krkic, the guy who was at Barcelona like 20 years ago, and he was rumored to be the next big thing, but it didn't quite work out for him. Bojan. Sunny is now also calling me men on screen, saying adios, sayonara, and goodbye, Jenny and Ronaldo too. Today Ronaldo is safe, but maybe not next time. Andre the Giant versus Van Dijk and Kanate. To be honest, I was going to say, to be honest, I could probably be Andre the Giant. When I'm thinking about it, I was like, probably not. But yeah, Van Dijk himself could take him. Jota says, bye mate, going to sleep now. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Take care. Diogo Jota, aka Milos Kerkez. Have a nice evening. See, RG255 is looking out for my health, saying go to sleep. I will. I'll go once I get through these comments. I've got to fix the score thing tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. Chelsea and City top 2. Chelsea and the City of Liverpool top 2, I presume. Well, he's not going to be top scorer, is he? Let's be honest. One2four says Chelsea top 2 because they beat a Brazilian team. Yeah, I think Chelsea will get top 3. Durwood says, have a great night. Time for dinner. Enjoy your dinner. We will speak soon. Take care. Jenny is saying, can you block people on YouTube? I'm not sure. Sunny is saying, hey, you can do whatever you want. But anyway, I feel like I've helped you. See, Sunny will miss you. So you know how I'm saying I'm trying to make you guys be friends. I think it's working. Sunny's gonna miss you. So my plan is working. But anyway, I'm a bit tired now, and as RG255 said somewhere, go to sleep. So I'm merely following the advice of RG255. It's very caring advice that he's given here to go to sleep. So I'm gonna go to sleep now. I don't know when I'll be back. Actually, I'm gonna play some games tomorrow. I'll be game streaming tomorrow. But yeah. See you guys soon. How long is he suspended for? I have absolutely no idea. When's the next stream? I don't know. Let's have a look. There's no football games tomorrow, Sonny. So I'll probably be streaming some gaming tomorrow. On Monday, there's nothing. On Tuesday, there's nothing. Wednesday, there's nothing. What? Why is it? Am I going blind? To be honest, to be fair, Sonny, you're on YouTube, so you'll see when I create the thumbnails, I guess. So you'll probably figure it out by that. You'll see, Sonny, when I create the thumbnails. Then you'll know. Paul Musiala, says Marco. Yeah. Apparently the prognosis is only 4 to 5 months. So I think thankfully that's not as bad as it could have been. I'm trying, RG. I'm trying my best. I tried my best. It's not working. But as RG255 has said, if I scroll up a little bit, if I can find it, he has said go to sleep. So I need to follow this good advice. So yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep now because I've been here for a while, and RG255 is worried about my health. I don't know when I'll be back. YouTube guys, you'll see the thumbnail. TikTok guys, I'll create a story and say, hey, I'm going to be live tonight, because that seems to work pretty well. So I'll do that. But anyway, take care, guys. Have a nice Sunday, and I'll see you soon.